Ever feel like nothing you do matters, and that no matter how hard you try, your life is going nowhere? Ever wonder why that is? In this episode, we're going to explore 10 signs that our existence is actually a prison. Number 1. Life sucks. The one thing you can count on is death and taxes. Death and taxes? Really? Is that it? And the old saying that when it comes to life, no one said it was going to be easy. Why not? I mean, why isn't it easy? Why isn't it the other way around? Why is there more pain and horror in the world than peace and tranquility? Why do we have to suffer all the frickin' time? We have to make sure to grab hold of the joys of life because it won't last. Many religious scholars and spiritualists would say that we are put here to learn something, that it is about the journey and not the destination. Once we complete our journey here, then we will have everlasting life in the great beyond where everything will be happy and joyous. Really? Why can't we have it now? Why does it seem the only people who have riches and a great life are actually criminals and horrible humans? They have taken from the poor and given to themselves. Why is it preached that the good people have to be humble and hungry? I don't know about you, but that sounds a little backwards. Number 2. Time moves in only one direction. Einstein said that time is relative, that it goes forward and backward and can be paused. Albert Einstein published his theory of relativity, the special theory, in 1905 and the general theory in 1916. He believed that time and space are joined at the hip, so to speak. Time can move in many directions depending on space, speed, and where you are in the universe. The pull of gravity affects us all. It is even theorized that anything that can happen has already happened, and if you are far enough away from a point, you can see everything that has happened, past, present, future, all at once. So, theoretically, we can move in and out of time back and forth, but physically, we seem to be stuck in one place, moving in only one direction, forward. The key word here is trapped. Trapped like in a cage, spinning on a forever treadmill, headed only to our death. Number 3. Your body dies around you. Speaking of death, our bodies is the physical prison, and it rots and decays around us. You've heard of the saying that our eyes are the windows to the soul. The soul is encased by the body, and it can't get out. Your soul does not seem to age or even have a true boundary. The older we get, we feel the slowing of the body, but not our spirit. It stays alive and strong, yet the body limits us. It attracts disease. It can be broken. I have worked in hospice for a couple of decades. I have been near the dying. They seem to be at peace and relieved to be leaving this existence. They say their goodbyes, and many are ready to go. The end of a long life sentence. Yet for what crime, I wonder? Number 4. People seem to be inherently evil. Okay, yes, there are amazingly great people in the world who do great things, but they seem to be far in between. Most of us, the masses, are quite dark, and it's the darkness, despite our fever to reach for the light, is where we are most comfortable. Maybe it's that whole thing we can count on idea. The light, love, and joys are brief over a span of time, whereas we can see many moments of darkness and despair. There was a song sung by the late great Billie Holiday, called Good Morning, Heartache, You Old Gloomy Sight. Good morning, heartache. Thought we said goodbye last night. I tossed and I turned until it seemed you had gone, but here you are with the dawn. It seems that in life we have to accept and come to grips with the pain of it all. It is how we grow, how we build character. It is more a part of who we are than we wish to believe. It is what this existence, this world, is really all about, what its true function is. Number 5. We're obsessed with mentally escaping. One of the things I love to do most is go to the movies, vegging out in front of the TV, watching people play video games, and since I'm a novelist, my most favorite thing is getting lost in a wonderful story about a world far, far away, so much so that I can create them in my mind very vividly. Wouldn't you say that is the best pastime of humans? This is why we pay so much to actors and sports stars. We make them millionaires, even billionaires. They give us the means to escape our most wretched existence. Pay them what they want, for it is the fuel to our soul. And not just watching, but participating in games, vacationing in exotic places, and now virtual reality, where we can not only be the observer, but to be truly immersed within our dreams, anything to escape the boundaries of reality, of our prison. Nightmares or not, aren't we the most alive when we dream? Number 6. Space is pretty empty. Look up in the night sky. What do you see? Stars, planets, moons, but mostly blackness, darkness, the unending void of nothingness. Why is that? Where is everyone else? Where are the other beings? Too far away, you think? Could we be the only ones out here for light years? If so, why? Isn't that odd, strange, and quite illogical? Have we simply not found a way to reach out and see them? Or are they not there at all? Could it be that we are not permitted to see them? Have we been banished from the rest of the cosmic communities? Maybe that's why pain is our companion. We are placed on earth in a prison of existence with others who share our heinous afflictions. Number 7. Humans are not that connected to earth. How many Al Gores have to warn you about the fate of the earth before we realize that we have to protect it and keep it safe if we are to live here? Maybe it is our instinct to destroy what is our cell, something deep within us that screams that we don't belong here. We don't seem to live well off the land. We take and take from it, pollute the air without a true care. Sure, there are some who respect nature and even consider it our mother or a deity, but most of us do not. It's just a place in which we dwell for the time being, just a holding cell, just a cell. Number 8. The whole missing link thing. And speaking of the earth and connection, maybe the reason why we don't connect to it is because we don't come from it. We didn't originate on this planet or even within this dimension at all. We were placed here away from our true species and home. We were cast away, thrown away from our actual home for transgressions we committed in our original domain, similar to the prison planet from Aliens 3, Fiorina 161, the penal colony where Ripley unfortunately landed and ultimately died, where they should have ended the Aliens trilogy, but that's another rant I won't have here and now. Many do feel that humans did not come from this planet. The so-called missing link hasn't been discovered because there is no missing link. It is believed that the sudden spurt of life on this planet came from an alien source, whether placed here accidentally on an asteroid or deliberately, to deliberately get rid of us. Number 9. We seem to be being watched by aliens. Alien abduction has been around for decades, and evidence of alien visitations have been theorized to have happened millions of years ago. Why? What is so special about this planet that hasn't even reached warp drive? We haven't cracked the light year travel code or the crossing dimension code, or even reached a status where we don't still bicker over something as stupid as the color of a person's skin tone. Why in the world would advanced aliens be interested in us unless they are watching us to make sure we are behaving as proper inmates? Could it be that the poor alien guards who have to watch us are just doing their basic, slightly above minimum wage job of keeping us under control? The abductions are just part of the prison system, so they can experiment and do research because we don't have a say. Our rights are stricken. They're gone because we're inmates. We're criminals. The only people benefiting are the law-abiding citizens of the universe we were banned from. Number 10. When we die, our spirit is released. So where does it go? What happens after death? Why can't we come back and tell everyone, "Hey gang, hang in there. You'll be out soon. It's great over here. Woohoo!" Maybe because we are not allowed to. The only thing our family and friends are able to do is visit us in some obscure fashion we can barely comprehend, so they appear as fleeting mists, orbs, or whatever. We name them ghosts, but they are just the visitation time of the beings who love us and miss us. Maybe demons, or so-called demons, are just the guards who have to watch us and make sure we toe the line, which could explain why the religious folks made sure to tell us not to talk to ghosts or believe in witches or soothsayers or psychics or mediums, because it goes against the rules of the jail. Which brings me to my final speculation in summary. If this is a prison, then who is the warden? Who has been deemed or condemned to watch over us all and tempt us and make sure we follow the rules, however ridiculous they may be? What being would this be? The ultimate demon, perhaps? One who was also tossed out of our true home? Could it be Lucifer or Satan himself, who has ultimate reign over this world? Maybe the evil voices inside of our heads are not trying to destroy us, but saying, "Hey, you can't go home, but you can be free here on earth." And the voices of the angels, the good guys, are saying, "Endure the pain, the suffering, and the grief. Do your time," basically. Because if you serve your time honorably, you will come home, finally. You know the old saying that the good die young? Well, maybe that is getting off for good behavior. Maybe that act of senseless violence should not be seen as a bad thing, but as an act of early release. I know. Crazy, crazy thoughts. Hard to come to grips thoughts. But it's my speculation. Please let me know what you think. I want to hear your thoughts on this. Let me know in your comments about my theory. Do you think it's true? Are we living in a prison? Is Satan our warden? Is this just crazy? And where the hell is everybody else? Why are we stuck in this void of darkness? Why can't we just figure it out? And why is everybody so goddamn evil? Please make sure to like and subscribe to my channel for more interesting commentary. Share it with your friends. Let others know about this site. Thank you for listening and watching, and I'll see you next time on The Unexplained.